Last and First, a series where I start from the pits and see how many cars we could pass. We are on VIR North, which is a very fun track, and we are in the top split. So one of the reasons I like this track, apart from it just being plain fun, is that the pits are actually really close to the racetrack. So when you come out, you're not too far behind last place. So this is exactly where we want to be. We're about 3 seconds or 3.5 seconds, or 3 seconds behind last place, and we are actually right now catching up, probably around 2 at this point. And hopefully by the next few turns, I'll be able to get in their draft and start clawing our way back up. Because as always, if you're a last and first veteran and you're here all the time, you know that the faster I can catch up last place, the faster or the easier it is to pass everyone else. So we are already in draft, and now I'm just trying to figure out where the best place to pass is, because in here it could be really risky, but I don't want to like, oh, and he goes wide. I don't know, some guy missed a turn, and oh no way.
Clear on the left.
Can't believe we got a 4X from that. I didn't make contact. He like probably nudged our back tire or something. Fortunately, I don't think we have damage. We're perfectly fine, but I am a little disappointed on the 4X. Now, I am going to brake early here because I actually thought that he was going to brake early. I actually had a collision early on in the day right there because they decided to brake super early, and I just thought he was going to preemptively brake. So we are on the straight. This should be a relatively easy pass as we get some more or better exit than him, and we are in draft. So just going to take this one wide, and I'm hoping he's not going to challenge us too much, and we can start clawing away back up to the rest of the pack, because he was actually relatively slow compared to everyone else, as we could tell, because they're quite a ways ahead. So even if I do manage to pass him, and oh, he goes off too.
Go right. Clear on the right. There's an incident ahead.
All right, so as I was saying, even if we do manage to pass him, and we do, the rest of the pack is running some good times. Remember, it is his top split. Oh, and another guy goes off.
Go right.
Carnage on cold tires the first lap. So as I was saying, these guys are supposed to be good because it is the top split, and of course we do recognize a whole bunch of names on here, and there are 4K drivers as well. So we are racing to catch up to the pack, and of course, as you can see, the leader is kind of dragging everyone else. So as we catch up to these other people, the leader is kind of pulling the entire train, which makes it a little bit more difficult. But if we gain time on them, we're gaining time on essentially everyone. So now it's just a matter of putting in some hot laps and kind of gaining and getting back to the pack. Nice pack ahead. Oh, I really made up a lot of time here. I'm thinking on the straight, I'm going to be able to at least get level with them. I don't know about passing. I am a little far, and I don't necessarily want to dive in the middle of 3 people, although I'll do it, but I'd rather have a methodical 1-by-1 pass if possible. So we are, what is it, like 0.6 behind at this point? I have a feeling that by the next turn, especially because they're fighting, we should be right up there. Now, I don't know how it's going to, maybe they're going to collide. They're 3 wide. Oh, and he goes, he's going to, I thought for sure he was going to nick us. Oh, wow. So we dodged a bullet there. And that guy went wide, slid a bit. And now we are behind, was it 4th place or so? Yeah, we're right behind 4th place. That makes it a lot easier for us. And we can see the pack ahead. Now, they are still running really quick times. We are running quicker times than their times. But it's still difficult to pass. So even if I'm 0.5 seconds faster than the next guy, 0.5 isn't that much when you have 4 or 5 seconds to make up. So here, I'm not entirely sure where I should pass. Now, he does go wide, and I'm tempted to pass here, but this is really a horrible section. So I'm thinking, okay, look, if I pass him here, I'm barely going to pass him, and then what? He's going to pass me back on a straight. So I'm actually purposely going to stay behind him here, I think. Give him some space, and hopefully he can get a good exit on the straight. I can draft him, and then we can make that work, make a pass there. So here I'm purposely kind of lifting early just to get a good exit. And yeah, that should be more than enough to make the pass. Now we will take the inside, which is Very good for us. So we have the inside, we have more speed. The only thing we need to worry about now is him passing us back with the draft or challenging us, and then we got to look ahead. They're 2 seconds ahead. So inside corners well taken. Now it's very easy to draft in this track, so the guy behind me could still potentially catch up if I can't lose him right here. So we got to be on the watch out for that. And the guys up ahead as well are all kind of tightly knit. I think we're gaining on them. I think we're about 1.7-ish right now. They don't seem to be fighting. It seems as if they know I'm kind of clawing my way back, and they might be working as a pack just to try to get away. They don't want, you know, whenever you're in front, you don't want people to get the draft and kind of like catch up to you. So I don't see any fighting right now. They just seem to be very, very orderly, just trying to get away, I suppose. That's okay. Even if they try to get away, we'll still get them back. But it definitely won't be as easy. Okay, so I can see the guy in our mirror. This is a section where even if you're faster, when you go uphill with the V, the guy in the back, guy with the draft behind you gets to catch up so quickly. And I just checked really quickly. We're 1.4 seconds behind, and I don't think we're going to be getting the draft on the straight. 1.2 is going to be the cutoff. So right here, at best, we are 1.3, but it's really 1.4, and he's getting pulled away. 1.5. All right. So this puts us in a very particular situation, and I'm going to preemptively say thank you to the guy behind me. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because if he challenges me, tries to dive me, I might not be able to catch up to the pack up front. But if he... Oh! And something goes off! Oh! I didn't know where he was going, so I just kind of like hugged the corner as much as possible to avoid a potential wreck. Now, that does slow us down, but at least we get one position, and then we are still chasing the pack. Now, as I was saying before, I was actually thanking the guy so he wouldn't challenge me so I could catch up to the pack. And here we go. We are in draft. I believe we were 1.2, barely in draft, but we are 1.2 or so behind. And we should be able to start clawing our way back to second and third place. First and second place. All right, 1 second behind. This is good. Now this is a very tricky corner because you got to be right on the edge of grip. And if you're not on the edge of grip, you're either going too slow or you're crashing. So there's a really fine line on that corner. And here, this is the turn where, because I'm in draft, I'm able to claw my way back. I'm assuming we're going to be closer to like 0.9, 0.8 right about this point. And that should put us in a good position to kind of pass him shortly. Now, the benefit of this is the guy behind is not able to catch up as much because we have a draft as well. So our draft basically cancels out his draft. And here we go. So we are in the back straight. We're chasing down first and second place. We are 0.6 seconds behind. And I believe at the end on T1, we're going to be right up there with them. And then it's just a matter of trying to figure out how we're going to make our pass. Now, I do know Alex. Alex is very nice, and hello, Alex. And we want to be, we actually are concerned with this, and we want to be respectful here. We don't want to just throw it in at the first corner we see, just go super aggro. We're looking for a good spot to pass. And, oh, here he goes wide. I had to brake a bit just to obviously not run into the back of him. And I'm thinking maybe here, this might be a good place to pass if we could get the speed. I'll just get him on the inside. And thank you, Alex. All right, cool. So he kind of moves out to the side. He essentially gives us this position. So I think we would have had the inside anyways. Kind of could have made something work, but he really gave that to us. And unfortunately, I think it cost him a position. So, oh man, I feel really bad. I think there's another guy that passed him when he kind of let us pass. But that does mean that we are chasing down the first place. And now it's just up to us to kind of like make it happen. I believe this might be last lap too, so it's good timing. VIR races are not very long. I think we're nearing the end and we're in second place, which is actually a decent place to be on VIR. So coming down this straight, if you're in second place, sometimes that's actually the best place to be because it is very easy to pass down the straight at the end. So right now, if this was the last lap, we would have won. But we have one more lap to go. So let's see what we can do. We are now in first place. First place is also not a bad spot to be in. Let's see if we can just get ourselves a big gap, or a gap that's big enough so even if he gets drafted down the straight, we can still kind of hold it off. So if he's right down behind you at the beginning of the straight, it's not good. But let's see what kind of like gap we could build, if at all. So there, I actually braked early to get a really good run here, because what I don't want to do is obviously brake late, be really slow here, and then have him pass me, or just be right up my butt here. So it's really a name of like, it's all about building that gap. And here we get a very, very respectable turn up, but unfortunately on this section the draft is just so strong because you're going uphill, you're turning, so the guys behind, as long as they're within your vicinity, they will be catching up to you. It's gonna be close. Now here I feel like I'm almost a sitting duck. The only thing I could do right now is take this corner as well as I possibly can. And oh, it is gonna be close. Oh, it's gonna be very close. He's almost in the ideal position. So we're gonna hug the insides, 0.2. I think we might be close. Here, it's very, very close, very close, very close. Oh, we got it! We got it! All right, we got it by 0.0939. Wow, first, second, third, fourth.
We got big problems with that engine. I bet you lost a lot of power.
Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.